What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is actually the first video I ever made. I don't know why I said welcome back. So technically, welcome to the Dr.Natrell channel. Here I will be hoping to do reactions, sports, soccer, football, basketball, baseball, anything of that sort, WNBA. I would also love to do gaming videos. But for now, today I want to get into what we just witnessed yesterday. The Cavs versus the Knicks in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals in the NBA. I had a lot of notes when I was watching this game. See, I had Cleveland up there, the Knicks right here, and we'll just run through some of the home hitters. Really, the main things I want to talk about. So, in this game, we saw a lot. I want to run through basically the heavy hitters, and then we'll get to the things that I noticed in the game. So obviously, everyone is gonna talk about the 22 point lead that the Cavs blew in 8 minutes. In that stretch, the Cavaliers were terrible, unbelievably bad. I don't know how it happened. It randomly just actually I do know how it happened, and we'll get to the main criminal, the one who has his fingerprints on everything, basically that happened. It's two individuals actually I want to blame. It's really three. I really want to get into three individuals. Those three individuals are Donovan Mitchell, James Harden. Actually, there's four. Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, and Kenny Atkinson. Those four people right there are the main reasons that comeback happened. But before I get into that, my oh my, Jalen Brunson, what a player! What a player! Clutch man of the year last year. Obviously this year it was Shea, but last year, man, just effortlessly in the clutch, just not breathing hard, making the right decisions, being selfish, which I really like. I love when the star player realizes that I'm the one who's get paid. Well, he doesn't get paid the most, but in most situations they get paid the most. They're the best player on the court for a reason. They are who you are. They're who is trusted to make these things happen. And I love that he just realized that no one else is gonna do this. I rather he had the Ant mentality. Ant had in Game 6. Ant said, if we're gonna lose, it's because I'm shooting 30 times, 30, 40 times, which is what Jalen Brunson did. He ended the good night with 40 plus points. I actually want to check his efficiency because I really want to give him some flowers because early on in the game he wasn't really doing anything, or not early. First quarter he was phenomenal. First quarter, but then second quarter, the third, he was really quiet, and he finishes the game with 38 points, 6 assists. Obviously, he shot over 50%. He took 30 shots, and the three point shooting was abysmal. 1 of 6. That's pretty bad, and only 3 turnovers. I think that's very pivotal for your best player to only have 3 turnovers. Again, we'll get to the culprits on the other side, the Cavs, and we'll talk about what they did. But more on the Knicks. I didn't see a lot of people saying this on the timeline, on Instagram or Twitter. Mikal Bridges, my oh my. What a game. What an unsung hero. 7 from 11 from the field, 18 points, 5 rebounds, 2 of 4 from 3. That three that he made late in the game was some bullshit. But other than that, my perfect. What a great game from Mikal. The defensive intensity, the hustle, the aggressiveness. That's what we want from someone who's top 4, 5 best on the team. He gets paid a lot of money, and Johnny showed why he deserved that big contract. Quick hitters. OG, back from an injury. Didn't really expect much from him. He was 2 of 9 from the field, but he got to the charity stripe pretty well. I love those free throws he was getting. Josh Hart. Nigga, it's in your name, Hart. Boy, I tell you, that's Mr. Hustle right there, bro. Love his hustle. Again, he's not gonna shoot the ball well from 3. He's not really anything more than a slasher, but that defense, that hustle, and that attitude, that character is what you need from a guy like Josh Hart. And really only bad, well, there's 2 bad things, and then there's another thing I want to get into with the Knicks. But there's 2 bad things I saw in this game though from the Knicks. Before I get to my notes, I just want to give a brief. The hacker Mitch, is that other people go Hacker Mitch, Hacker Shack, Hacker Mitch, Mitchell Robinson. We don't look. I'm not expecting you to go 8 of 8, 2 of 8. 2 of 8. And you know what's funny? The Cavs were doing this as they were down. The Cavs were winning by like 15 by the time they started doing this. And it was just like, wow, they are really trying to beat y'all's ass. Because that's, boy, he was missing every fucking thing. I think he made his last free throw or his second to last. He made his second to last free throw. Then he subbed out for Cat. And that's who I want to get into next. Carl Zesty Anthony Towns. 13 points. Only took 14 shots. Again, well, Brunson took 30, but I'm trying to take context into this because it was a 20-point blowout. You want the clutch player of the year that you had the previous year to take these shots. I understand. And I understand that Cat is in a new role. He's more of a passer and playmaker like how Jokic is for his team. Not obviously to the high level as Jokic, but he's a passer and playmaker. My only problem with that is Cat. They didn't, like, that's cool. I don't think that should be his main role. Excuse me. Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most prolific big men from the scoring perspective ever. I think him only getting up 14 shots is terrible. I don't know. I mean, that's the whole playoffs, though. I think it's the scheme. I think that the coach is just allowing him to not, like, is the game plan is for him to be at the top, and if you get a 3-point shot, you can shoot it. But unless it's a 3, I don't think they want him to take that shot. Because if you check it, he was 6 of 14 from the field, and a lot of those are based off of putbacks because he has 4 offensive rebounds. And I only counted 2. But the main problem, boy, if Cat wasn't getting putbacks, good Lord, he looked terrible tonight. He didn't look aggressive. He didn't look like he wanted it. He didn't look like he was even going to try against Jared Allen. First quarter, my goodness. I'm 5'8". You might as well have me out there playing Cat's minutes. Boy, he looked like he was 5'8" out there. He looked like how Chet looked against Wemby. We're going to get to that too. Because I didn't make a video about that yesterday. But I do want to say something about that. But not much because you've heard everything about that game. But we'll get to it. Anyway, what I really want to get into, the turnovers. Actually, let me say this before. Cat did have 13 rebounds. Salute to Cat. Awesome. Great. Why does he have 7 turnovers? If I'm not mistaken, I believe Cat had 6 in the second quarter. I didn't have that specifically in my notes. I have how many they had in the halftime notes. But Cat was just throwing that ball around. And credit to the Cavaliers. They were forcing him to stay out there with Jared Allen, pressing him up high. But I just feel like Cat shouldn't be passing that much. Like, I understand it's his new role, but that's 7. If Cat has the opportunity to get 7 turnovers while he gets 5 assists, he's passing the ball too damn much. You should not have 12 assists to turnovers plus turnovers, and you have 13 points in your Karl Anthony Towns. I just don't get it. Like, no. That doesn't make sense. OG had the same. Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, and Cat had all 13 points. That's unacceptable from Cat. I really want him to be. I just want to be more aggressive. Like, I don't expect Cat to drop 40 on get Jared Allen. No. But you gotta, man, be more aggressive. That's all we want from you, Cat, because you're gonna have to be aggressive. Because if y'all I think y'all gonna make it past the Cavs. I think y'all gonna win in 5. But if y'all make it past the Cavs, you gonna go against Wemby? Gonna go against Chet and Art Hart? If you have 13 points, y'all are not winning a game against those teams. Hell, if you have 30, you may not win. Then we're gonna get to Wemby. But yeah, oh my gosh, that nigga is insane. Anyway, enough of that. But segueing into the Cavalier side of the ball. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Before I move on. Landry Shamet. MVP of the overtime, in my opinion, overtime MVP. And I know Jalen Brunson clutched up and he won them and he got into overtime. I understand that. Landry Shamet putting Donovan Mitchell in hell and locking his ass up. I promise you that doesn't happen if Landry Shamet's not on that court. And it just goes back to the coaching. It's like, because Knicks used a 10-man rotation. which is usually normal for a first game. You usually test out what you like and what you don't like. For Josh Hart to only play 30 minutes this game, granted, if I'm not mistaken, no, he only had 3 fouls. I think Josh Hart was playing this one because Josh Hart was like getting thrown around. Like if you watch this game, he was like on the ground every 20 minutes, every 15 seconds. Josh Hart just flailing on the ground, doing X, Y, Z, all of that. Landry Shamet comes in. Not only does he clamp up Donovan Mitchell, who was on a burner this game, looking like an MVP candidate player, looking like the playoff riser we know he is in his career. Not only that, Landry Shamet, goodness, locked him up in OT in the fourth quarter, and then dropped 3 3-pointers. Massive 3-pointers. Massive 3-pointers. Late in the fourth quarter in overtime, Landry Shamet in the corner, ready for the moment. Landry Shamet was a plus 25 today. If you look at plus minus, I don't recommend that. It's very misleading. But if you look at plus minus, we're going to do it, even though I just said not do it. He was the best player for the Knicks tonight. Now, granted, he only played 17 minutes, which is damn near not even 3 times as much as Brunson, or divided by 3 times as Brunson. But still, yeah, like literally, and if you divide Brunson's points by 4, he still has more than Shamet, and rebounds by 5, and he got no. Anyway, like I'm saying, obviously Brunson is the reason they made it to OT. Yes, but if Landry Shamet was not on that court, I highly doubt D-Mitch is not freeze up like Iceman, bro. He's not cold, right? Anyway, so let's get to the Cavaliers side. Oh man, Cavs. This was probably the most embarrassing thing I've seen in my life. I've been on this earth for 19 years. This shit was terrible. What the hell were y'all doing? Also, I'm gonna get to the players, and I'm gonna get to the real problem. I think is Kenny Atkinson. I think this is so avoidable. Okay, we'll get to it. Stop blowing the load. We'll get to it. Evan Mobley. I loved what I saw from Evan Mobley for 3 quarters. You're gonna hear the 3 quarters for this entire team, by the way. The fourth and the overtime, it's terrible. Everybody was terrible in the fourth quarter. But for the first 3 quarters, this team looked like we just got through 7 with the Magic. Well, not the Magic, I'm tripping. With the Raptors and the Pistons. And we look like we won it, nigga. We coming. Hey, what they say? What do they be saying? Hashtag let them know. Head ass. Anyway, so off the gates, man, D-Mitch is killing niggas. Just whooping niggas. Getting to the paint as much as they want. Shooting that 3 ball. Ooh, was he? Ooh, shit. Ooh, we'll get to that. Anyway, just shooting that 3 ball. 4 from 11. I didn't realize he took 11 threes. And I didn't realize he only made 4 of them. That nigga be shooting too damn much, man. Anyway. But yeah, we'll get to it. So, Jarrett Allen. And in the minutes that he played was really good. But I think this is a problem with centers that cannot shoot outside of 2 feet from the basket. We saw later in the game he got benched, right? Because the Knicks started using more, or started having picking on him, right? Started drawing him out of the paint, and if you draw him out of the paint, you can't. He's useless. It's like Hardenstein yesterday or 2 days ago. With Hardenstein, you can't do anything with him if he's not in the paint, right? He's not gonna guard the perimeter. He's not gonna play elite defense out there, which isn't a discredit to him. It's not his body. You know what I mean? That's not his Beijing. That's not where he's used to. That's not his house. But for the Knicks to just be able to neutralize one of the best defending centers in the league by having him bounce out the club, that's impressive. That's very impressive. I want to give a shout out to Sam Merrill. Now, he didn't shoot that efficiently, but boy, when they were doubling and Sam Merrill's in that corner, I thought everyone was going to go in. 3 of 8 from the field. Like I said, not everything went in, but it is what it is. Now, I will say this about Sam Merrill. This is a very foul-heavy game also. Both teams are fouling a lot, but I don't think in any world, should Sam Merrill have 5 fouls. In the foul he did at the end of the game where he fouled OG Anunoby after OG just missed like 2 threes. What are you doing? That's like jackass shit. Like, that's like genuinely like you're losing the game for them. He had the worst plus minus. I gotta start looking at plus minus. That shit is so misleading because I don't think he was the worst player. We gonna get to that nigga. But anyway, he had the worst plus minus of the game. And you think of it, why does he have the worst was minus in the game. It's just the stupid fouls. It's the fouling Cat in the paint, fouling OG when he's about to take a three. He didn't take the three, so it didn't count as a 3-point. But it still gave him 2 shots at the basket. And then it's just I don't know. It's like, and sometimes after the foul, you see him just looking like he didn't care. It looked like how the Cavs looked in Game 6 against the Pistons. How they don't seem like no one cares. Like, did you see any urgency? Anybody like in the fourth quarter in the overtime? I didn't see anybody's face expression change. Boy, they look like this. Niggas trying to be cool and shit. Like, bro, no one is making an edit of you, bro. Play the fucking game. Show emotion, bro. I'm not comparing them to Wemby. Wemby would cry on that court if anything happened bad. And that's emotion, bro. That's how you grow. Putting emotion into stuff, man, you go so far. You really will. But anyway, like I was saying. Let's get to the performances now. We're done with the role players. We're going to get right into the main people. Jalen Titans played no minutes. Anyway. Donovan Mitchell. What a first half. What a first half and what a third quarter from you. That shit genuinely looked like you were the best player out there. And you were for a while. You really were. By a large margin. Boy, you couldn't tell D-Mitch nothing, boy. He was balling the fuck out. But I wanna talk about how there's an issue with the Cavs. I don't think there is a reason why Donovan Mitchell is not getting split reps with James Harden. James Harden, I feel like the entire fourth and overtime had the ball in his hands. And again, that's credit to Shamet. But again, I'm just saying, if Landry Shamet is locking up Donovan Mitchell, there's a fucking problem. This is a catastrophic issue. Donovan Mitchell, you just have to deal with Scotty 5'6" and Asor Thompson. Nigga, this is the easiest matchup you have if y'all make it to the finals. I don't think y'all will, but let's say you do. Castle, Dylan Harper, Keldon Johnson, whatever young nigga, they got 80 young niggas over there. Devin Vassell, Wemby's in the paint. You ain't be doing that little Euro shit you be doing with your arm. If you make, I hope they play the Thunder because I want Shea to win 2 rings. But you play them, you got Shea to guard, you got Lou Dort, you got Caruso, you got Case and Wallace. The whole damn team everybody except for Jerry McCain. You got to worry about, and Aaron Wiggins and Isaiah Joe. So all I'm saying is the fact that he looked non-existent in the fourth and overtime is unacceptable. That shit, to me, erased his entire performance. This performance was great for 1 through 3. That 4 in OT, that shit's terrible. You gotta be better. Up by 22, you gotta be better, D-Mitch. And also, I'm not saying you are a great defender, because you're not. If you see James Harden on Jalen Brunson getting walked the fuck down, and you stay over there just chilling, as the leader of the team, bro, like I'd imagine you're the leader of the team, tell that nigga to sit down, or tell the coach to call a timeout. That's what I want to get to next. James Harden. This, in all my years of living, was probably the worst game I've ever seen in my life from James Harden. The countless times he has missed floaters and layups this game. He shot 5 of 16 from the field, a whopping 1 of 8 from 3. James Harden as well had 5 fouls, as well as, I believe, is the second biggest reason as to why they lost this game. And I also want to see, he had 6 turnovers. And not only did you stink it up on the offensive side, that entire fourth quarter, James Harden, you look like a fat, bearded man in a random gym going up against Jalen Brunson. Like, you're going up against Michael Jordan. Jalen Brunson was doing what? Bro, breaking your ankles, step back threes, getting past you like it was nothing. And this is shit that James Harden be doing that be pissing me off. He will do this little fake ass. If you get past him, he does this. You see? He'll try to rip the ball. And then his fat ass will sit there and just stare at you as you get an easy layup. And it's like, James Harden, are you trying? Do you care? Do you want to win a ring? Do you want to be forever a loser? Like you, James Harden, you were the biggest loser in sports history, probably. Like you, like bro, 17, 18 years in the NBA, and you haven't won shit. Nothing. You've been a joke, bro. And you out here still doing that huff ass, trying to get a steal, nigga. You are not getting a steal. Like stop. That shit does not work, nigga. I don't know who needs to tell him this. I think D-Man should hey, Lil Baby. I saw Lil Baby posting him after they beat the Pistons. Tell that little nigga to fucking play defense. James Harden is too damn big. Bro, Jalen Brunson is 6'1". Jalen Brunson fat too. He got some weight on him. But he's 6'1". And no way in hell should it be that easy for him to lock him up, like for him to just do that to him. Not discrediting Jalen Brunson, of course. I'm just saying, Harden, you are long as hell and way taller than him. Could you at least stay in front of him? You ain't. I know, man. I know I'm asking James Harden to do that, bro. Man, he can't fucking play defense. He never could. Anyway, but the main culprit, what I really want to get to, Kenny Atkinson. In the post-game interview, he said, not word for word, but close enough, I like to preserve my timeouts. I wish someone asked him, wait, do you think that the time must come, like, do they run over to the next game? Because you had 4. You had 4. Mind you, it is 22-point lead. 22-point lead. And 8 minutes left, I believe. This jackass is hands in his pocket like Harvin fucking Ham. Wait, Harvin Ham. Oh, who the fuck is that? Darvin Ham. Like this. As Jalen Brunson is killing James Harden. It went from 22 to 17. 17 to 14. 14 to 8. He calls his first timeout, I believe, when it was a 8-point lead. He allowed, and it was just rebound, great defense by the Knicks. Brunson, hus, lefty, anything he wanted. He's like hands in his pocket, standing there staring at him. Are you serious? Kenny, you were too good of a coach to be doing that. I ain't gonna lie, he lost him the game. If I'm Kenny Atkinson, I know how good Jalen Brunson is, and he literally won the clutch play of the year fucking a year ago. So I already know what he's capable of. As soon as he could Harden twice, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, a little 6-0 run, 16-point lead, timeout. Because I don't know why. I don't even know why Harden is on him originally. Because I don't know who thought that was a good idea. But that was insane. Harden, that was the worst game I've seen of him in his career. Useless on offense. He's always useless on defense, so that's not a shocker. But how bad he was defensively. That shit could put a weird taste in my mouth. I'm like, damn, this nigga is still sorry. Sorry for your whole damn career. I guess that's how it is, though. Yes, but we'll get to some of my notes here. This video's a little long. Okay, we'll run through this shit. But like I said, though, mainly, Harden was 1 of 8 in the second half. That's disgusting. And early on in the game, the first to third quarter, the paint was free for the Cavs. D. Mitch was getting in there. Harden even was getting there first 3 quarters. What's his name? Jared Allen was having fun. Evan Mobley was in there. Little ass Dennis Schroeder was passing it and getting that little layup. He missed them all. He went 1 for 9, but he passed the ball to Jared Allen. He dunked it, so I guess that's something. My main thing is after all that, y'all go to OT. Whatever. You can still make up for it. Where is Harden and Donovan Mitchell? Both of them vanished. Again, you might as well have me and my twin in that position as those two. It would have looked the exact same. Hell, we would have looked better. I would know to give it to fucking somebody who knows what they're doing. And I think this is a really good way to end the video. Before I do that, I already gave my Knicks to procs, but I want to end the video with this. The Cavs scored 11 points in the last 13 minutes of this game, including overtime in the fourth quarter. From the 8-minute mark to the end of the overtime, a team with James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, elite three-point shooters in Sam Merrill and Max Strus, they managed to score 11 points. Any team, and whoever wins this series, I think it will be the Knicks. Cavs, y'all got to fix this D-Miss situation. I know he's your best player. I know he constantly says hashtag let him know he loves the city. I know. I understand that. At some point, like I said, all that first through third quarter shit don't matter now. What you just did in the end of the game, that shit's gone. So, with that being said, great game though. Another overtime game. It's 26 minutes in. I'm gonna run through. I'll be more organized next video. It won't be as long as this one, I promise. This is long as hell. But anyway, I want to run through the Thunder game real quick from memory. I'm not gonna pull up the stats, so that'd be too long. So basically, Thunder got their ass whooped, and they made a fake comeback in the fourth quarter. Shea had a very bad game. But Wemby. To me, Shea is the best player in the world. I will not let one game change what he did for this entire season. I think Shea's been consistently the best player in the world the entire series. That shit is in jeopardy, Shea. You are my guy. I love Shea. Shea is my second favorite player behind Curry by a large margin. Those two are peaking, and third is hell. I don't even know if I have a third, but those two are one of my favorites, man. And I really would love for Shea to continue to be the best player, but Shea, you can't go 7 to 23. Yeah, 12 assists, but still 7 to 23 is terrible. 2 of 7 from 3. And Wemby, my lord, my goodness, 41-24. It's crazy. He had that 3. Oh man. 41-24, 3 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks. I kid you not. If you watch that game, these numbers aren't even what really happened. What do I mean by that? I mean, if you really, really watch that game, Wemby legit, you can't do anything in the paint. How many times have we seen just J-Dub, Shea, Case and Wallace, anyone try to get in that paint and they just turn around, turn right the fuck, or turn right around, because Wemby's gonna swat that. And I do want to give Shea props, because he did clutch up. He did have 12 points in overtime, in fourth quarter and overtime combined. He had 3 assists, 3 steals, no turnovers in the fourth quarter and overtime. But he shot terrible though. He missed 7 shots in the fourth and overtime combined. And one more person I want to give credit to, Dylan Harper. That guy is wow. A rookie that can give you 24, 11, and 6 while playing elite defense, while hustling his ass off. He's everywhere. Playing elite defense. He had 7 steals. And he's playing like a cornerback. The steals he was getting. Just watching the field. Knowing that if we double Shea, the person who's open is more than likely going to get the ball, right? So Shea throws it, intercepted, and he's gone. All 24, 11, and 6 with 7 steals. It's his first time in a conference finals. I don't know. I do know one thing though before I wrap this video up. Chet Holmgren. If nothing else, I don't care about anything else in this game. Chet. I'm gonna talk about the offense. You scored 8 points and shot the ball 7 times. And you only played 40 minutes. Shea played 11 more minutes than you. J-Dub, coming back from an injury, played 3 less minutes than you. The two other players that are the heads of the table, J-Dub shot 25 times, Shea shot 23 times. Why the hell are you shooting only 7 times? That's honest. That's point blank period. That's disgusting. He had a massive block on Wemby to send it to OT. I understand that. But if you just played your damn role as being the second or third best option scoring wise, would they be in OT? Genuinely, Chet, if you keep looking like this, y'all are getting swept. Cause then they're not gonna help. They're just gonna keep doubling Shea because they know, oh, Chet ain't gonna do nothing. Weak ass. Oop, you shot a 3. Up, brick. Up, air ball. So Chet, you gotta be better. A lot better. And also, one thing I want to say, Chet, please, I don't want to cuss anymore. But I'm getting mad thinking about it, so I'm gonna say this calmly. Why, Chet? Why are you the second tallest person in the state of what's a crazy notification? In the state of Oklahoma, behind Wemby, and you were in the corner guarding Julian Champagnie? Why are you the second best defender in the league, and you are running away from Wemby? Why? Why are you allowing Caruso, who is 6'5"? What are you do? Why? Why is the coach Mark Dagnall? Why are you allowing that? Why? Tell Chet to get on Wemby, and if he gets body, okay, fine. It's Wemby. I don't expect Chet to lock him up. I expect Chet to be 7'3", though. Chet to be the second best defender in the league. I'm tired of it. I really am. Chet, that is unexcusable. You to be that scared of Wemby? Ridiculous. It's disgusting. I really don't want to believe that you're scared of him, but I think I believe it now. They made a believer in me. The Spurs fans made a believer in me. Because, boy, I tell you, 6 games. Well, y'all played them 6 times now. Not one time have I ever seen you try to guard him. Like, why is the. And it just goes back to. Oh, wow. I forgot Cruz had 31 points. Yeah, I could talk about this game forever. These niggas. Oh, my gosh. Cruz had 31 points and made 8 threes. There's a world where Caruso has his average like 6 points a game and they lose by like 40. That's terrifying. Thunder need to fix that. They need to fix that. And I know how they could fix it. I'm not a coach, and I'm not saying it's easy to stop Wemby. I just feel like put the person who's as tall as him on him. But then again, there comes issues with that. If they go for the pick and roll, Chet's gonna have to get off of him and then it's in the guard. So it's interesting. But if that happens, I would just say you got to fight over that screen. Whoever's up there, whoever's on Castle, fight that screen. Fight that screen. Don't let the switch happen. You can't let that switch happen. Switching isn't unbeatable. It isn't. You just got to be hungry. But also, it's interesting. Lou Dort only played 22 minutes. Good Lord. Man, that's interesting. Anyway, that's about it. That's the 2 games wrapped up. I wanted to do only 1 game, but I low-key OKC versus Spurs was phenomenal, bro. That was one of the greatest games I've seen in my life. My predictions for games 2. I believe the Knicks will win comfortably. I think OG's not gonna have another bad game, I'd imagine, and I don't know. I don't see the Cavs doing that again, having that good of a performance. And I think the Thunder will make a comeback. I think Shea will be the MVP, who will show why he earned that award. I think I'll have a bounce that game, and I think J-Dub will have another good game, or at least a better game. He shot very badly from the field, but it's all good. And I'm really banking on them putting Chet on him. Just put him on there. I know he's not going to lock him up. Let him guard him, please. It would do wonders for y'all. I believe so. Chet is the second best defender in the world. He can do something to Wemby. I guarantee you Chet's on Wemby the whole game. He's not having 41-24. Shit, he may have 21 and 13, 27 and 13, but he ain't going to have 41 points. And that's about it, I believe. So, yeah, my predictions, Thunder to win tomorrow, or today, and then the Knicks to win tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I like. I like that. So that's what I'm going to go with. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to be more organized in the next video. I know this is a long-ass video, but I'll be more organized, I promise. This shit is the first video. I'm getting used to it. Anyway, with that being said, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please like, subscribe, share with a friend, or don't share with a friend, or don't subscribe, or don't like. You do what you want in this world, and that's a beautiful thing that the Lord has given us, which is free will. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to the Lord above. Hopefully I stay blessed, stay being a Christian man, and stay being focused on my main goals. Getting this YouTube channel working, start streaming, becoming a big YouTube person, and being able to help the world by entertaining them and doing what I can. God bless you all. Have a great day, night, evening, whatever it is, and I will see you all later. Peace.